there, my name is Natalie.
And my name is Brian.
And we are the Carsons, and we are leaders with doTERRA essential oils. And we absolutely love sharing wellness, healthy lifestyle, and non-toxic solutions with others. And we also love to talk about the compensation plan or the business opportunity in doTERRA. So here we are. This is video number 2. So we did our first video was talking about what is residual income. This is our second video, which is
the doTERRA compensation plans.
Right, and then our third video, which we are going to be recording here in the next couple days, is going to talk about building a financial freedom in the future and really locking in a retirement so you can just live with abundance and joy. So we're really excited that you're here as we really focus on doTERRA's compensation plan. So just a little history. Brian and I have been married for
18 years.
18 years, going on 19, and together we have 3 beautiful children, Jeffrey, Eddie, and Julia. And we absolutely, like I said, we love what we do. And Brian, so I love to share the essential oils, and Brian does too, with a healthier lifestyle and non-toxic remedies. But Brian likes to really talk about the financial side of it. He's a guy, and he's a finance guy. So tell him what you do real quick.
Yeah, I'm a certified public accountant. I've been practicing, I've had my license for over 20 years. I've worked in a big 4 public accounting firm. I'm currently the senior director of accounting for Caesars Entertainment, which is a global gaming company that's centered here in Las Vegas.
Right, so he can wrap his brain around this financial side. So if you've got your husbands nearby, bring him over and be like, babe, watch this, because he really does know what he's talking about when it comes to finances. So get a pen and paper, like I said, and I have a question to ask you. What would you do if someone waved a magic wand and said, poof, you now have all the money and financial freedom you can imagine, as well as time freedom? So you've got all this money and all this time. What would you do? Isn't that kind of fun to think about? Maybe you would go traveling or spend more time with your kids. I know that's something Brian's looking forward to. Maybe you would make a difference in your church, donate to your church or start a nonprofit organization.
Or maybe take care of your family members.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that we could do, right? So that ends up being your why. And it seems like it would be impossible because we're so used to trading time for money, but what if I were to tell you it is possible? It is possible. So that's what we're talking about today. Very exciting. So there's 2 things before we talk about the compensation plan that you must do to make commission with doTERRA. Number 1 is spend 100 PV or product volume a month. So this is checked out by doTERRA through computer. So when you get your checks, they just make sure that 100 PV is sitting in your cart. So that's first and foremost. And in the 100 PV a month, you're not going to spend it on a bunch of oils that you're going to sell. You're actually going to spend it on things you use. So your essential oils for your class, which by the way are tax deductible, which is awesome.
Yes.
But the essential oils you use for your family, maybe the cleaning products, the face care products, the shampoo and conditioner, toothpaste, throat lozenges, vitamins, a mix that he loves called Tri-Ease for seasonal threat. So whatever you're normally getting at your health food store or wherever, Walmart, wherever you shop, you can turn around and get it with this company and use it in your home and make commission.
And $100 is the smallest investment I've ever seen a business need to make to generate the kind of income you can make with doTERRA.
Yeah, exactly. It's $100 a month.
It's the smallest I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's no overhead, there's no employees, there's no rent. That's it. So, and it's on something you're going to use. So that's first and foremost, make sure there's always 100 PV in your cart. And number 2, work on personal development daily. And you guys, this is huge because we have to get our minds set correctly. We have to know that we are worth it. We're all put on this earth to do something massive and exciting and very special. We just have to get out of our own way, and the only thing holding us back is us. So that's daily, work on yourself daily, whether that's affirmations in the morning. We have our affirmations taped up in our shower, seriously. Or if you do yoga or manifesting or, meditating, whatever that is for you. I read books and listen to podcasts, and I'll be down here folding laundry or cooking dinner, and I'm listening to something positive. So whatever that is for you, do your personal development daily, because as your personal beliefs grow, your business grows, and it's this parallel growth. So work on you daily, and I tell you what, when you shift your beliefs, everything in your life will shift as well. It's very exciting. And so now we're gonna roll things over to Brian, who's gonna talk about the 5 ways to make money in doTERRA.
This is the fun part. I love talking about it because this is the money part, right? This is where the magic happens, at least for me.
This is what makes men believers, by the way.
It absolutely makes
That
me a
and
believer.
deep blue.
Yep. I was a believer before, but this compensation plan really sold me. So there's really 5 different ways you can make money in doTERRA. And the first one, the easiest, is the retail commission. The retail commission is when you share it with someone and they go to your website and they buy it at full retail price, but they don't sign up to be members, then you're going to make a 25% back in cash immediately for that month for everything that they buy.
Exactly.
And anyone over the life of your membership, anyone who just buys retail, you're going to get 25% back.
Right, but that's only one time. So we want to kind of jump into more of the residual side or the money that kind of keeps coming in. So the second way is the Fast Start bonus. Do you want to talk about that?
Hey, of course I do. It's money, right? So the Fast Start bonus is basically you're going to make 20% on anything that a new enrollee spends in the first 60 days.
Right. So let's say her name is Susie. So you and Brian enrolls Susie. Susie spends money in her first 60 days and he makes 20%. But say if Susie enrolls Julie, right? So Susie has enrolled Julie. So now Susie makes 20% off of Julie in her first 60 days. Brian makes 10%. Okay? So Susie enrolls Julie. Julie enrolls Cindy. Okay? So now we've got Julie making 20% off of what Cindy spends in her first 60 days, right? Then we've got Sue making 10% off of what Cindy spends in her first 60 days. Then we've got Brian who's going to make 5% off of what Cindy spends in her first 60 days. So it's 20% on the person you enroll in their first 60 days, 10% on the person they enroll in that person's first 60 days, and 5% on who that person enrolls. So that's called the Fast Start bonus. That's paid out weekly. Every week you're going to get that Fast Start bonus check. So you can get retail, or you can kind of start building this residual income by getting this Fast Start bonus. So the third way is the Power of 3 bonus. This is a good one.
The Power of 3, but I think we need to cover a couple quick definitions first before we start, because as I explain this, it's going to make a little more sense. So let's talk about PV. What does PV mean? Okay,
so PV is your personal volume. PV is what you spend. That's your PV, which needs to be what? 100 to make commission. So PV is what you spend.
A minimum of the 100.
Right, to make commission. Then the next one down is TV, and TV is team volume. So that's you and anybody on your front line. That is you and anybody on your front line is team volume. But then there's OV, that's overall volume. It's you and anybody in your organization combined is your overall volume. So PV, personal volume. TV is team volume, which really comes in handy with this next Power of 3 bonus. OV is overall volume. And an LRP is the Loyalty Rewards Program. And that is when people get on an auto ship program where they can cancel, change it at any time, and anything that's in their cart will ship. And that's where the residual income piece, as well as this next Power of 3 bonus, comes in. So there we go. I think we're squared away.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so the Power of 3. So that is simply more of a structuring type bonus. So as we go through the rest of the compensation plan, you want to structure your team perfectly. And the way that doTERRA set it up is really in 3s, levels of 3s or teams of 3s, if you will. And so to get the Power of 3 bonus, if you enroll 3 people and those 3 people are on LRP with you and you have an overall team volume of 600, then that gives you a $50 monthly bonus.
That's right. And so it could be you and 3 people on your front line, and there might be like a couple more on your front line, as long as the team volume on that front line and you is overall of 600, but at least 3 people spend 100 and you spend 100, but the overall is 600, which might be a couple more filling in or more people spending more than 100, you get a $50 bonus, which is great, right? Because that 50 is now cutting your investment in your business in half. Now you're only really investing $50, which is great.
Perfect.
Right, so that's
And
a $50 bonus.
And so how does that grow? So how do you get a bigger Power 3 bonus? The next level down is a $250 bonus. So if you get each of the people underneath you, those 3 people that helped qualify you, if each of them get a $50 commission bonus, then you'll earn $250. So
That's
that
right.
is the second level of the Power 3. But there's 3 levels, and if you get a 3rd level, so if each of them get 50, that gives each of your front line their 250, which qualifies you for 1,500.
That's right. So it's you help 3 people get a $50 bonus. They each help 3 people get a $50 bonus. That's where your 1,500 comes in.
Right.
So it's really exciting. You can check out this chart and ask the person who enrolled you to explain this to you more, but it's pretty simple once you wrap your brain around it. So that's the Power of 3 bonus. We went over the Fast Start bonus and retail bonus. Now we're going to talk about the unilevel compensation, this is really where residual income comes in.
This is absolutely the best part of this whole compensation plan. And at first, it starts off a little smaller compared to your Fast Start, compared to your Power 3, but this is the unilevel. And basically, you're just going to be making a percentage off the volume of the people that are on your team at different levels. So you're going to earn a certain percentage on the people on the first level down, and then everyone that they enroll or everyone that you enroll that you put under that first row, then you're going to get a different commission. You're going to make 3% on that level, and so forth and so on. If it goes down one more level, you're going to make 5%. If you go down 4 levels, you're still at the 5%, but this is where it kicks up. The next level is going to be another 5, 6, and then 7%. And so on your 7th level, you're going to be getting a 7% on everything. Now, going back to the Power 3 and your structuring, as you can see in the chart that we're showing up on the screen, it's going to grow like a pyramid. You're going to have a lot more people at the bottom of your team, right?
Right.
As it grows, it's going to be bigger at the bottom. Well, that's where you're making most of your percentage. And so that's where the most money is made from the residual income side of doTERRA.
And what's super cool is doTERRA, their unilevel plan is possible because it's a 65% retention rate with this company, which is awesome because we're in the healthcare industry. It's $1 trillion industry. People want natural solutions. So not only are there essential oils that are through the roof when it comes to chemistry and through the roof when it comes to pure testing and how pure and potent it is, but there's also a lot of other products that have the essential oils in them, which people can take where they were spending before and now spend it with doTERRA, and through the loyalty rewards program, even get oils for free. So it's a 65% retention rate, which makes this unilevel bonus awesome.
Absolutely.
Yep. So the 5th way to make bonuses with doTERRA is the leadership bonus pool.
So you're going to be basically making a bonus each month based on the level that you achieve. Levels that you achieve are based on how your team is structured and the volume. And so I guess we're going to show a little bit of a chart on that.
Yep.
Okay,
I'll bring it up right here.
So
Bam.
when we show that chart, based on different levels, so for instance, if you're a silver, you're going to be making 1 share of an overall bonus pool that doTERRA sets aside. So basically each month, doTERRA takes a look at their net profits, and they take 6% of it, and they set it aside for all of their leaders. And their leaders are silvers and above. And depending on your level, the higher the level, the more profit sharing you're going to get. Basically, this is, in the corporate world, a profit sharing. We get to share in the profits of doTERRA. When it's doing really well, the profits are really good for doTERRA and you're helping them out, you get a bonus based on that. And so for silvers, you're going to make 1 share. For gold, you're going to get 5 shares of that little pool, and then the platinums are going to make 10 shares of that pool that's set aside for that first level of leaders.
Right, that's 2%. Out of the 6% they hold aside, they give 2% to share between the silvers, golds, and platinums. But the other 4% they give to the diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds. So out of that 4%, diamonds get 1 share, blue diamonds 2 shares, and presidentials 3 shares. So that actually starts adding up. Diamonds get about an extra $4,000 a month. Blue Diamond's $12,000, and Presidential Diamond's $35,000 a month. So, sounds exciting, right?
That sounds very exciting
Sounds
to me.
exciting to me. So
That's what got me excited about
yeah,
this.
so super duper possible. So right now, I'm just going to share with you, how long does it take to really make this money? How realistic is this? So there's an average time to rank that I'm going to share with you, but this is average. You can do this way quicker depending on how much you want it. Some of these ranks can be hit in a year, 3 months to 6 months to a year or less, depending on how quickly you would like to build your business, how much you would like to work it. So, where do you see yourself? How much money do you need to make right now? Maybe write it down to take over what you're currently making. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, how much extra money would you like to make every month to do something special for yourself? You get to decide. Okay? You have that number down? All right, so if you'd like to make an extra $300 a month, that's the rank of elite. And it takes about 3 months to hit elite, or it can happen in a month. Premier is average monthly income of $600 a month. How nice would that be? That's Premier, and that takes about 6 months. All right, if you're 18 months in, you can hit the role of silver. Now, I hit the rank of silver in about 4 months. Average, it takes about a year to 18 months. So if you'd like to hit the rank of silver, that income is about an extra $2,000 a month. Great, right? If you'd like to make about $4,600 a month, that's the rank of gold. That takes about 27 months average. If you'd like to make about $8,000 to $9,000 a month, that's the rank of platinum. That takes about 36 months. If you'd like to totally replace your income, depending on where you're at with your income or your husband's income, and make $16,000 a month, that takes about 42 months, and that's the rank of diamond. And Blue Diamond gets up there. Now, Blue Diamond is about 58 months to get that rank, and that's $38,000 a month. And Presidential Diamond is the big boy. That's $106,000 a month. That takes about 72 months to get. So a lot of people think this is crazy, right? Like, oh my gosh, how can I really make this much money? But you guys, like I said before, we are in the healthcare industry. People want to be empowered in their own homes. And so can you imagine making that kind of money, more than what a doctor makes, just by sharing natural wellness with others? And believe me, if you're making this kind of money, you know your personal development is going to be through the roof. Yeah. And I don't know, maybe Brian can speak for me here, but I've really grown a lot in personal development. I've been sharing essential oils, these for over 2 years. And I feel I've become a more patient and better mom, a more patient and better wife.
Absolutely.
You're not just saying that.
No. Every morning she's up early. She's helping us. She leads our family like you would not believe. She's our spiritual leader, our leader of everything in the house.
Thanks,
and so
babe.
our energy is through the roof. She really is. I'm just so proud of you with everything.
Thanks. Isn't he nice? And I didn't even have to pay him to say that. But it's true. Everything's changed, and I feel that I'm a better friend and a better listener and a better leader. And every day I get better and stronger and grow in my belief. And you can too. We all can do this. And so if this is something you're interested in, you can connect with me at nataliecarson.com and just click contact or work with me. And check me out on Facebook, or whoever led you to this video. If you really like working with them, work with them. Whoever it is that draws you in, whoever reaches to you, work with that person to grow yourself, financial freedom, residual income, and rock this compensation plan. So hopefully we're going to see you on the next incentive trip, because we are going to win that incentive trip. And we get to surround ourselves with many people in doTERRA that are financially free. And, they write cookbooks, and they're nutritionists, and they start nonprofit organizations, and they help feed orphans and do fundraisers for people in need. Because once we empower ourselves with money, we can turn around, and time freedom and money freedom, we can turn that around and become humanitarians of the world. This world needs more light. This world needs more love. And when you have time and money freedom, you can give your love and your time back to those in need. So can't wait to share this journey with you. And
so with residual income and with the doTERRA compensation plan, which is videos 1, 2, and now we got 3 talking about retirement, we're going to help you kind of envision that.
Absolutely. So you guys stay well, go out there and make someone smile today, and hopefully we'll see you on the flip side. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.